I was born on January 12, 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to a 17-year-old mother who was only 17 at the time and still in high school. My mother and father married, but their marriage did not last, and then at the age of 4 we moved to Houston, Texas, where my mother remarried and I gave my stepfather a surname. In just a short period of time, my life and identity has taken a whole new direction, and we moved again to Miami, Florida, hoping for better opportunities and an easier life. I wasn't always the richest person in modern history. I gave a part to my youth in high school, working at McDonald's, a line cook, in order to make extra money. I never let it get the better of me because I always know that I wanted to do more with my life. I tried hard in school, even enrolling into extra courses in a student science training program at the University of Florida. I graduated valedictorian of my graduating class. In my speech, I stated my vision in wanting to preserve art from overuse through resource use depletion. At first, I didn't know what major to choose in college, but I remember building an alarm system to catch my siblings when they tried to sneak into my room. So I attended and graduated from Princeton University with degrees on electrical engineering and computer science, and began working for a number of companies from telecommunications startups to banking, where I get valuable knowledge of inner working of Wall Street. I'm making more money than I ever had in my life, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to do something that had never been done before, something that was mine. By 1994, at the age of 30, I was the senior vice president for one of the world's largest investment management firms, D.E. Shaw, but I still wasn't happy because I know that I wanted to do something more. So by 1994, I was in New York City working for a quantitative hedge fund. Then I came across a startling statistic that said the World Wide Web usage was growing at 2300% a year. I have never seen something growing that fast in my life. So I decided to join the internet because I know that it will become something big. So I decided to write a business plan that makes sense in the context to that growth, and I discovered that you can create a store online that couldn't exist any other way. I listed 20 different products which may be able to sell, and I started ranking them, and I picked books as the first best product sold online. Books were incredibly unusual in one respect, which is there are more items in the book category than there are items in any other category by far. Music is number 2. There are 200,000 active music CDs at any given time across all languages. After writing my business plan, I quit my job and started looking for investors. And when I went to the investors, the first question I had to answer was the internet. When I raised money, I had to raise $1 million, which I get it from 22 different investors, $50,000 each. 40 people said no to me, so I had to take a 60 meetings to get 20 yeses. I warned my investors that there was a 70% chance that my new business could fail, because the idea of blending the internet in commerce had never been done before. They were just as ambitious as I was. And on July 5th, 1994, I launched my new business in my garage. It was always clear to me that the internet is going to revolutionize the way people live, and physical bookstores seemed like one of the more obvious things that will change. It didn't take longer that people began ordering all types of books from our website, and we eventually began selling music and videos. Just as we began selling things beyond book in 2000, the company hit rock bottom. A combination of BOS combination and the dot-com bubble burst let us go bankruptcy. Online startups and companies were disappearing and closing all around us, with many, including myself, but I am sure that we will make it. Through luck, we had borrowed and raised $2 billion from a number of banks and investors. 2 weeks before the burst, we were able to continue operation. During this time, we follow our 3 main principles. 1. The customer response. 2. Stay innovative and remain inventive. 3. Be patient. To us, inventive means more than just e-commerce. It means that we will be perfect and we will solve our mistakes. We began as a humble online bookstore, turning into online e-commerce store where anyone can find anything from A to Z, as the logo shows. It wasn't always called Amazon though. At first I wanted to name it Cadabra or Relentless, but my lawyer advised me to change it, so I finally chose the name Amazon after the largest river in the world by value. But I wanted to do more than e-commerce, so I quietly found Blue Origin, a human spaceflight startup company in 2000. By 2015, we have our first test flight into outer space. I want to live in a world where anyone can travel throughout the universe, just as they can now travel by aeroplane around the globe. Of all the goals I had in mind, becoming the world's first centi-billionaire in the Forbes Wealth Index was never one of them. The aim was always to produce services that will make life easier and better for others, a task that was not always easy for me. We revolutionized the way people purchase their goods and services, making it even easier that they don't have to step out from their doorstep to get the things they needed. You can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. Which one of those, when you are 9 years old, are you going to be more proud of? Tomorrow, and in a quiet moment of reflection, narrating for only yourself the most personal version of your life story, the telling that will be most compact and meaningful will be the series of choices you have made. In the end, we are our choices. Build yourself a great story. I am Jeff Bezos, and I am the founder and CEO of Amazon.com and Blue Origin.